Well, howdy, and welcome to another postcard from Morehead. As usual, I'm Larry Dixon. My official taste tester's over there on the computer. I don't know what she's doing, but if you saw the thumbnail, you know why we're here today. We are making swamp soup. Why is it called swamp soup? From the color. So, what goes in swamp soup? 1 pound smoked sausage, some chicken broth. We have some Hoppin John that goes in it, a can of seasoned turnip greens, white beans. We have green chilies, some diced roasted tomato. The recipe calls for 2 jalapenos. I don't have that. What I do have is some cowboy candy right here, so we'll put a couple of slices of that in it, and onion. So I've got the Dutch oven heating up. I need to put a little bit of oil in there because I need to kind of fry this up a little bit, get a crust on it for flavor. I'm going to add just a little bit of oil. And the original recipe said to cut it into rounds. I'm going to slice it right down the center and make smaller bite-sized pieces. So for me, this is the size that I'm looking for. Oh yeah, my skillet's getting, or my Dutch oven's getting warm. So I need to hurry up and get these cut up. So while my sausage is browning up a little bit, I'm going to turn that off until I get my potatoes peeled. Now the original recipe calls for 4 medium gold potatoes, those Yukon Gold. I don't like the Yukon Gold potato in anything, so I'm just using the regular potato here. And so slice it up. I have washed the potatoes, peeled them. I need 1 cup of onion, so let's do that real quick. Now this soup can be done in a slow cooker, but it takes an hour and a half to 2 hours for everything to get softened up. So we're going to go with the original recipe, cook it on the stove top here. Now at this point, I have kind of browned my sausage a little bit, and we just start adding our contents to the pot. So this is going to end up being 1 cup of onion. Next thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to do the potato, and I'm going to try to cube these fairly small, because how do you know when swamp soup is done? It's not a time thing. It's when the potatoes have reached the texture that you like. So that's got my 3 potatoes in there. It calls for 2 cups of water. I'm not going to use water. I am going to use chicken broth because it just has so much more flavor than water. Add the chicken broth, 2 cups of that, my green chilies, my Hoppin John, give it a stir, a little mix up. This is starting to look good. My fire roasted diced tomato. Oh, this is going to be one heck of a meal. Lenore's going to be so proud of me. Got plenty of liquid in there. Now, for the white beans, it says those are to be drained. So we'll drain the water off of. Yeah, we lost a few there. So there's the beans. What gives it the swamp look? It's going to be the turnip greens. 1 large can of turnip greens in there, according to the recipe. When I put some heat to this, maybe, there we go. And it says to bring it to a boil, put the lid on, and let it simmer until the potatoes are a softness or texture that you like. Oh, I almost forgot. It calls for 2 jalapenos. Like I said, I don't have any jalapenos, so I'm going to throw in 3 or 4 of these cowboy candy. And I think that'll be a plenty right there. That to the side. And it's coming up to a boil shortly. Then we'll put the lid on and let it simmer until the potatoes have reached the texture that we like. Soup has come to a rolling boil. Oh yeah. And if you look real close, you can see why it's called swamp soup. Look at that, it looks like a swamp. So, it has come to a rolling boil. You need to turn the heat down and let it simmer for 25, 30 minutes maybe, or more, until the potatoes have reached a texture that we like. So we're going to come back and do a taste test. Also, what would go with swamp soup? Lenore's cornbread. Cornbread's in the oven, and we're going to have swamp soup and cornbread shortly, as soon as these potatoes reach a texture we like. Well, doing these cooking videos, this is the best part, is the taste test. I've got Lenore, my favorite taste tester, our neighbor up the street, J.D. Reader. I'm sure when we give him a call, he'll say, yeah, I'll take some of that. So Lenore, let's give this a taste.
A little spicy.
I don't think so. That is some more good soup, and you can see by looking right there why it's called swamp soup. Looks like it come out of a swamp. Lenore's cornbread. This is cornbread. It's not a cake. No sugar.
No eggs.
No eggs. It is bread. Cornbread. So if you enjoy these videos, hit that like, subscribe, and share. We do appreciate it. And we'll see you down the road.